something definitely shifted, and fans noticed almost instantly. One minute, everything around the Beckham family looked polished and picture-perfect. The next, social media started telling a very different story. Unfollows, silence, posts that felt pointed. And suddenly people were asking the same question everywhere. What is really going on behind the scenes? Because when a family built on unity starts moving differently online, the internet doesn't miss it. It all started with what fans call a quiet move. No announcement, no statement, just a noticeable change in online behavior that felt impossible to ignore. Accounts that once liked, commented, and showed public support suddenly went cold. And the timing? That's what made people pay attention. It happened around moments that should have been celebratory. Family milestones, public appearances, big life updates. But instead of warmth, there was distance. And that's where speculation exploded. Fans didn't stop there. They began digging into older moments that suddenly felt suspicious. Missed events, limited interactions, body language from past appearances that people now see in a different light. At the time, none of it stood out. But looking back, fans say the tension may have been quietly building for a while. Not dramatic enough to make headlines, until social media made it visible. And this time it felt sharper. What really escalated things was how the online tone changed. Subtle captions appeared that some interpreted as shade. Posts went up that felt carefully worded, emotional but vague. Nothing directly addressed anyone. Yet fans felt certain messages were being sent. Comment sections quickly filled with theories, people choosing sides, and others urging everyone to read between the lines. The lack of clarification only made things worse. Because silence, especially from a family this famous, rarely feels accidental. Soon the internet split in two. One side defended the idea that this was being blown way out of proportion, just normal family dynamics exaggerated by fame. The other side believed something deeper had happened, something serious enough to fracture relationships publicly. TikTok breakdowns, Instagram comment debates, and reaction videos started popping up everywhere. The story wasn't being driven by statements, it was being driven by interpretation. And then came the theories fans couldn't agree on. Some believe the tension centers around loyalty and control, who supports whom publicly and who stays quiet. Others think it's about boundaries, privacy, or pressure from living under constant scrutiny. There are also rumors suggesting personality clashes behind closed doors, though it's important to say none of this has been confirmed. These are observations and fan discussions, not proven facts. Still, one thing is clear. People aren't reacting to nothing. What makes this situation especially intense is how carefully the Beckham brand has always been managed. For years, they've projected strength, togetherness, and mutual support. That image matters not just personally but professionally, which is why fans believe the continued silence is the loudest part of the story. No denials, no clarifications, just distance. And when nothing is said, people fill in the gaps themselves. As of now, no official statements have been made addressing the alleged feud. Everything remains rooted in social media behavior and public reaction. It could be temporary tension, could be misunderstanding, or it could be something the family simply isn't ready to address publicly. What's undeniable is that fans are watching closely, and every post, every like, every absence is being analyzed in real time. So is this just another case of the internet overreaching? Or are we witnessing a real family rift slowly playing out online? Either way, the situation proves one thing. In the age of social media, even silence can turn into a headline. And until someone speaks up, the speculation isn't going anywhere. If you want updates as this story develops, and more deep dives into celebrity drama you won't hear explained this way anywhere else, make sure to subscribe and stay locked in.